Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aisha, and in today's video we're going to go over the candle making kit from Candles and Supply. And if you're interested, keep on watching. So I've already pre-measured my wax and I put it in the water on a double boiler method. Now I'm sitting here picking out which fragrance I want to use for making these candles. I just turned up the heat a little bit because the heat setting wasn't right. And I have the step-by-step instructions right in front of me, and I am reading through them thoroughly. I just want to make this candle kit to the T because I just want to see how it burns according to their instructions. Now, you want to play with the heat and temperature a little bit that is suitable for your climate. Everybody's climate is different from each other, so everybody's heat and temperatures will be different, pouring temperatures will be different. Their instructions do say to heat it up to 180. And as you see here, I did put on the warning label and at the bottom of the tins. And I am putting in the wicks, attaching them to the wick stickers, and then placing the wicks inside the tins. And you place the wicks inside the tins by using the straw. It helps you center the wicks. Now I am placing wicks in 3 tins. I just don't know what size tins these are, and I didn't do the water test to see how much water it would take to fill these tins up so I can calculate my wax. I just put a certain amount of wax in my container and I just heated it up that way. Now I am doing an 8% fragrance load in here. According to their website, that's what they recommend, is 8%. But their fragrance load does range from 6 to 8%. So you can use 6% if you like. Now, I did show you the bamboo stick and my spatula. I just prefer to use the spatula. You can use the bamboo stick if you have this kit and don't have a spatula, but you can just use whatever you like. Now, I did use the heat gun to check my temperature. You do want to make sure your wax get a certain temperature before you add the dye chip. And right there is where I'm showing you the dye chip that I'm about to add in. Now, according to the amount that I measured of wax, I used a whole dye chip. I don't like using dye chips, but I used it for this purpose of the kit. I like liquid dye instead. Only because it's easy to dissolve. The dye chips takes a while to dissolve. And as you can tell, I stir until it dissolves completely. And you want to keep checking your temperature. Like I said, everybody's environment is different. So my pouring temperatures and heating temperatures will not be what yours is. That dye chip must be completely dissolved now if I'm removing my stirring spoon. Now I'm just taking my melting pot out of the water so I can add in my fragrance. Now once you heat up your wax to 180, you can add your color and scent anywhere from 140 to 180, and you can pour right after. According to their website, their pouring temperature is 140 to 180. But you do want to heat your wax up to 180. Now, the fragrance that I am using oatmeal raisin cookie. And I used a pipette because I went over my 8% load. And I used a pipette to take some of that fragrance out and put it back in the bottle. Now I'm just stirring the fragrance in 1 to 2 minutes so that the fragrance combined with the wax. And it's just still stirring. And now I'm just, like I said, reading these instructions to the T. I want to just follow their instructions from their website. Well, there's this instruction kit, so I can make my adjustments for me and my environment. Now, coconut brew, just in case some of y'all do not know, it is made up of coconut, soy, and palm. It is a plant-based vegan wax. Now I'm trying to get to where y'all can see me pour the wax into the tins, and I'm just pouring right up into the groove. I do not go over. Now I only had enough to pour in 2 tins. I didn't have enough wax to fill up that third tin, and you will see me later pour there's a little bit more wax left over, and I pour it into molds. I'm only doing it for my purposes only. This wax is not made for wax melts. So I would not recommend this for wax melts. Now I'm applying the wick staplers that they provided in the candle kit. I'm just straightening up my wicks, make sure they're centered. Now I would let these candles cure for 3 to 7 days before you light them. And right there I'm pouring the rest of the wax into the molds. Now, when you clip your wicks, you don't want to clip them no more than the 1/4 inch. And once I clip them, I just put the lids on, and then I just let them sit 3 to 7 days before I light them to test. Now, you want to test each fragrance and each wick. Every new fragrance that you make a candle with, you want to test. And right there, I'm showing you alcohol of me spraying out the melting pot to clean it out. I did wipe out the excess wax that was in there, and then I sprayed it with alcohol. Now, I did clean these tins. I didn't show recording that I cleaned out the tins before I made these candles. But always clean out your jars and tins whenever you receive them from the warehouse. And I just usually clean them out and put the lids back on them. And there you have it. Coconut container wax kit from Candles and Supply.